The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some Motivated Apparel today.
Hey, what up, world? What it do? Hey, we want to welcome y'all to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast, man. Hey, we already lit. Hey, this is going to be another good one tonight, man. We thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. We going strong. We're going to keep this train rolling. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So y'all know how we do, man. It's your boy Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. And to my left, your right. Hey, man, I got my boy, my brother from another mother. Y'all give it up for my boy Alxndr Hall.
What's up? How are y'all doing today?
It's a 22. Hey, I came in on 10 tonight.
Look, you done got him started. Oh, no.
Let's do it.
Yo, Wally.
Let there be
Let's
fun.
do it.
What's up? What's cracking, y'all?
What's up? What's cracking, man?
man?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
And also, y'all know, man. Y'all know what to do. Hey, my right, your left. Mm-hmm. My brother from the same mother. Y'all give it up for B-Dub. Boy Wonda.
Oh.
Big bag, dog.
Hey, listen, what's up, people? Man, we turn, man. You know how we do when we behind the scenes. We just bring all of it to the forefront.
Yeah.
My dog had a nap today, so he's
Bro, them naps be life-changing,
Yeah,
man.
nap.
And when I get back home, I'm just be like relaxed and resting, and you know, it's going to be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. He on 12 right now.
You know what? I took a nap last Sunday.
Oh, them the best.
But,
Yeah.
but them
naps?
Sunday
Oh,
naps
yeah,
are
bro.
different, though.
I took a 2-hour nap, and I didn't feel bad for it.
Bro, it's crazy,
Shit,
though. Them Sunday naps hit. It just them Sunday
They
naps
hit
hit
different.
different.
They do.
It's weird.
They do.
And it's like one of those naps that you feel like you slept for so long, but you only been slept for about a couple hours, no more than 3.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like that, but them Sunday naps be hitting just
they do.
right,
They do.
and then you can enjoy the rest of your day. Man, look here, Jesus,
Man.
I know what's going on Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Y'all week was pretty good, man. The day was good. You know,
My day was good. I was working with coworkers today that normally make the inside of my skin crawl. But
That's a good way to put it. No, sir, I don't like it.
but you know, I feel like I allow God to adjust my heart.
yeah.
So now I don't look forward to it, but I look forward to being in uncomfortable situations with those individuals because now I can take it. Now it's like I embrace what I just embrace them where they at.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it just feels like, it almost feels like what you talking about last week, Hal. It almost feels like I am, for this time being, for some odd, strange reason, like I'm meant to be the difference in the area of those individuals' lives or whatever like that. And they're meant to be there in my life too. Because I purposely, for the most part, make sure that no retardedness be around me. So, but there's no perfect world. So when you going and doing things, it's always going to be something that disrupts your atmosphere, sometimes on purpose, just to make sure you know life going to do life.
life be lifing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't care nothing about your feelings.
No.
Yeah.
This
So-
what's happening.
But
the
yeah,
the pandemic proved that.
it was I had a good week, but today was good. Like
Yeah.
it was good, and I'm trying to dig in different areas at the job, learn new stuff. So new opportunities, possibly knocking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to pick the lock and walk up in it. So it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
That's what's up, bro.
But honestly, bro, I'm gonna take it and run with it. I'm not going back and forth with God no more about whatever. I'm taking it. If the door open, I'm telling you, I'm Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
No cap.
Bobby
Bobby Boucher. Straight
Nothing
up.
taken.
Cause I'm Bobby Boucher.
Oh man.
Bobby.
What's up
Bobby
with you,
Boucher.
dog?
Man, my week has been good, man. Got some dope news I'll be announcing here next week. So yeah, man, got some new generals on the label. So each day, each week, I'll be dropping who they are. So
I'm trying to get a contract, man. Let me get a contract.
Hey, come on,
Let
cuz.
me get a contract.
Hey, man, come on over to No Grind, No Glory. We got you. Hey, what you want? Listen, man, we even got complimentary water. Who you know do stuff like that? You know,
Oh, you stupid.
you get a thank you and go on your way.
Stupid.
But it's been a great week, man. It's been really peaceful. A whole lot better than last week. I'm grateful for that. Thankful for that.
Yeah.
So, just moving behind the scenes, man. Prepping for the label and then making sure I got things right for quarterly for the company and moving forward in that. Got some shows coming up here within actually the next week. So it's been really good, man.
Yeah.
It's been copacetic. I'm excited, man. Just how God puts people in your life and how He organizes things that you cultivate and that you continue to perfect it and do right by it and just try to create opportunities for other people. So that's what I'm in the business for, man. To spread the gospel, the kingdom, and then also advance everybody else along with me. So I mean, think different, be different, and live different. No excuses. Execution. No shameless plug.
Get your brother, man.
No shameless plug.
I am not ready for him tonight. I'm ready for him.
Bro, I'm telling you, nap do wonders in your life. Listen, if you ain't took a nap, take a nap.
I'm not ready for him tonight, boy. Oh my
Hey, listen,
God.
it-
This
bro.
man is crazy
Hey,
tonight.
do that
Man,
with it.
listen, I feel sober and fresh.
He's like a toddler right now.
Man,
You know those
look.
little bad kids? Man,
But this the
yeah.
crazy part, right? That little 2-part, like that 2-hour nap, that just did wonders. Cause we've been on 4 straight days
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
from work, so each day I've been going home by after midnight, so
Yep.
and getting up early in the morning, so it's
Yeah.
just like I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
I feel like I can think, So I'm just I'm just excited, bro.
But rest is refreshing, bro.
It is, man.
It
It's
is.
necessary too.
It is, yeah.
It's very necessary. So, what's your week been like, bro?
Yeah, what's up, Mike? You
been
right here
alright.
asking
You know,
us. You the
it's
one.
been
You the one
alright.
shift motivate.
Yeah, that's why I'm shifting it back to him.
It's
Oh, my
been
God.
all right, man. This tour, man. It's been lovely, man. The schools and then the coaches and the teams, man. They've been rocking with your boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And here's the crazy thing though. It's like Big Man been dropping dimes on me, like, cause you know me. I mean, I have certain messages. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not a cookie cutter guy. So
Yeah.
it's like it seems like I've been getting like certain messages for each team. It's been crazy.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah, it's like been crazy. Like, he'll give me a word, and then that's usually how he did. He'll give me a sentence or a word, and then that just sends me on the search, and then I just put my notes and stuff together. Then I just boom go at it.
That's it.
And then we had our spring, not spring. We had a scrimmage tonight, so they got me on 10 because man, the boys got at it tonight. Yeah, yeah, they got it tonight, man. I can't remember the last time we had that much fun out there. You know, some changes was made and stuff like that, and so we still got some work to do. Don't get me wrong, but just to watch them guys flying around, and it really wasn't no negativity out there, and it was just. It was a, me and one of the coaches was talking, and I was like, man, it was like a breath of fresh air out here. Like, we didn't have the problems like we had before, because the problem gone, and it was just like, we got a good group, got a good character group this upcoming season. Oh, we got some ballers too now. We got some ballers, dog. But hey, in the words of prime time, we coming.
We coming, baby.
Yeah, we coming. They ain't gonna see us coming. They don't never see us coming.
They in the transporter.
No matter how good we do, no matter how bad we do, they treat us the same way. But it don't matter, because we keep them recruits coming, dog. We get these kids up out of here.
You know what I'm most proud of with your boys, and each year, just over the years you've been there, you've made a huge impact and difference, and definitely shout out and kudos to you for that, because it's hard to find great mentors that will stick with mentees, even in the most difficult times of their life, and you know why they act out for certain reasons and things like that. And one of the most things I'm really proud of is how they've always pivoted. They always, even if let's say if something was to happen, your best player's not there anymore, you guys rally around and learn how to pivot and not panic.
That's how you gotta do.
And it's refreshing, bro, because we harbor over things we can't control a lot more than the things that we can adjust and tweak and kind of get around it. You know what I'm saying? And so what was the core thing within them that caused them to pivot, even with the adversity, even with the players, some of the players that may have not returned, or players that graduated, because that's the thing that's just like, okay, man, we got to regroup again, because you pretty much had to start with a whole new group of boys. You know what I'm saying? So, what was the main thing in them that caused them to pivot?
You see how he just went into that, dog?
That's why you're a professional.
You think you smooth, huh? That's what they joke here. He said,
what are you talking about?
Dove in head first.
Yeah, he
get off the way.
Dub is definitely he's definitely a TV personality, radio personality. He's definitely ready.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, he's definitely ready. He's definitely ready.
Get out the way.
Boom shakalaka.
He's definitely ready.
Oh, man, that answer your question, man. I really, what word comes to me is the word support. Because like you're saying, when you go through changes and stuff like that, from particularly about the question that you said, and then we'll pivot into life situations, but because we had a real young bunch. When we were still young, but we were young but gifted and talented, and so that can kind of be a recipe for disaster when there's no maturity.
Yeah,
and that's what happened. That's what happened to us last year. We should have went way farther than what we did, but because we lacked a level of maturity, it stifled the growth that could have came. And so, but when we lose pieces and things happen, because we had a lot of major injuries last year to a lot of our starters. So what happens is that be the time that because what this is, and I you know what, and I'm gonna say this, and I gotta start, because I get on the pastor about the same thing, y'all, so I gotta take my pats on the back when y'all give them to me, and because what I'm about to say is not an arrogant or boastful response or statement, but I pride myself in being different. That's why when God gave me think different, be different, live different, that's why you have to be truly authentic to yourself and your gift. Because can't nobody do you better than you. So I try to do that, because I know when with football, sports in general, when somebody gets hurt, you can feel left out because you may feel like you're no longer no good to the team because you can't contribute to the way you used to contribute before.
Right.
And you see it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Matter of fact, I was at a basketball game last weekend. The ones I was telling y'all about.
Yep.
Kid gets hurt on the court, and I'm watching. Kids get hurt on the court. He goes down on fast, like 100 miles an hour down the court. He comes up hobbling. He catches himself, and then he sits on the bleachers. And I watched him. Not one coach went up and got up and went down there to see if anything was wrong with that kid. I hate that, and unfortunately that happens in a lot of athletics. So it's like I'm not gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? So and like I said, and I'm that extra piece also that when the coaches are doing what they do, they give me, and that's why I said support. They give me the freedom because I've built such a relationship with them. I'm like I never went there saying I'm the team chaplain. I never went there saying I'm this or I'm that. They engrafted me into that.
Exactly.
You understand?
Earned your way.
I earned that spot.
You earned that.
I earned that spot. So they trust me. So therefore, I make sure I try to give them the added support, not just to them, but even to the coaches, whatever they need. I mean, the relationship that we built there is crazy. So it's like, watching the growth with the coaches and as well as the kids, at the same time. So, we're not perfect. We don't always make the right calls and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, y'all, you might can't see it because you're not that close to them. I am. So, but I can see it. I can tell the difference from the first year this coach came to now. I can tell that. And so it's just the support, man. Is when you support puts you in a position that nothing else can. And Dub, you are a good example of that. I'm a prime example because look at what happened to you because you're driving up and down the road just to support somebody and you're not even on the card. But then he shows up so much. Next thing you know, I forgot who you said it was, but they were like, "Dang, B-Dub, you everywhere."
Yeah.
And he's not even on the card. He just going to support. But look what happened. But he did it genuinely because he values building relationships. And so it put him in a place that nothing else could. So it's like giving the support. It's like, I don't care. And like I tell them all the time, I don't care if you want to play football. Like, give me something because so we can steer you somewhere. Right. You don't know where you want to go, then it's like your senior year gonna be done came around, and it's like, what you doing? It's what you do. I don't have a problem with you not knowing what you want to do. I have a problem when you're not looking to find out what you want to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the more you work together, the more you can help pull that out of them and recognize some heat you can't even see.
Yeah. So it's like trying to keep them calm. And that's how you have to be in life. It's like when things happen to you, you can do one or two things. You can either panic or you can pivot. That's it.
But bro, you said sport. You said sport, right?
Come from the house.
I guess I'm finna come from the house. I'm always come from the house.
Like, with your cup of Joe.
What he said?
With your cup of Joe.
Yeah, with my cup of Joe.
Take a sip and then you drop it.
For sure. You asked him what you asked him what the first word what come to your mind with panic or pivot. You said sport. That was genius because sometimes, dog, we forget that we gotta compete, bro. Because once you stop competing, then you begin to panic.
Wow, that's good, bro.
Once you start competing in your life, you begin to panic.
Oh, that's good.
You feel me? Because you always we forget, like, that's, and the Bible be talking about it. Don't be trying to be like them. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. Y'all don't come from my head, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be coveting of what they have. Like, don't be comparing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Compete with you.
Right.
Compete with your bloodline. Compete with what you did yesterday. Compete with where you were last. Compete with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you stop competing,
Mm-hmm.
especially as a male. Women too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a table full of males.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you know that alpha male.
Yeah.
Yeah, them egos, boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Once you start competing, then you begin to panic,
Mm-hmm.
right? But as long as you keep competing, if you can't make this play, then okay, let me pivot.
Ooh.
Let me pivot. You dig what I'm saying?
With like a shovel.
No, for real.
Yeah.
That's why it's okay to do something different. And you still don't need no permission.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need your permission still.
Mm-hmm. I don't need your permission to be myself.
Because I'm still competing. As soon as I stop competing, then you open the door for somebody's permission.
Come on with it, Pastor. y'all got an offering plate
For real.
Well, that's good.
And then it also shifts your way of approaching things. So now instead of doing it out of betterment of bettering yourself, you're doing it so you can surpass that person. And it can even get to a place where it could be out of spite of. And then when something happens, then you're like, okay, where did I go wrong? Like, I'm faster than him. I'm this than him. I'm this than him. Even when Dion said, like, you may be bigger than me, you may be better than me, faster than me, but you will not outwork me. I'm gonna be consistent, and that's one of the things that when you look at somebody else's lane and you compare, man, it really steals a lot, and it really makes you rethink, and kind of just panic and puts you more of a panic mode than a pivot mode, because it's like, man, okay, well, if you're looking in that lane, see what you can learn to add to what you're doing. Because go ahead, bro.
Bro, this,
We gotta open up the floodgate. Boy, my brain going 1,000 miles a minute right now. Ooh, this is
bro,
good.
you can't even, bro. If you got your whole team on the field, especially in I don't know about baseball too much, or t-ball, or softball, or soccer. I don't know how those things are set up. I've never really played organized basketball or football, but I've seen it.
Right.
So, and you know, when you watch Brady go Omaha, everybody just switch up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. He said Omaha, everybody switch up. You know what I'm saying? So
Omaha.
that means that's Omaha is AKA the audible is the AKA football pivot. It's the football pivot, bro. Once you
talk that talk, dog. Let's go.
bro, once the head person, aka the captain or the quarterback, because he's gonna be the one to start off and pull through on the play.
Right. Right.
Which is you could say that could be the head of the family, the male of the family, the husband. It could be the big uncle, the big brother, whoever is next in line to be in charge.
Yeah.
So once he pivots, then the family was once on this play, but once he's pivoted, you're now giving them, okay, the family knows, okay, we finna switch it up.
Readjust. Yep.
We finna readjust. But once you start competing, you've now stopped the whole family. You stop everybody from doing something. You stop everybody from supporting. Because you need the whole team.
The whole team.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, once you panic, bro, it's like we got to compete. We have to stay in the game. We have to compete. You can't panic. Panic will have you in park.
Facts.
That's right.
One episode, you said you was the you said you had the pity. The pity patty, the pity party, the pity block party.
Oh. yeah. I had a whole block party.
You ever heard of Burger King? I was the Panic King.
Wow.
I wanted to have it my way.
Everything in park. Cause I'm like, I don't know what to do, what's going on, but no, Omaha, let's switch the play up.
Bro.
Facts.
Oh, bro. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Drop it. Come on.
Why does the team pivot in the first place? Why does the QB call it honorable or the coach calls it honorable?
The coach, but just off the cuff, coming straight from the house, just off the freestyling it, just vomiting my thoughts out.
And don't hold it.
You know what I'm saying? They call whoever. When somebody calls an audible or a pivot, that means somebody has a great vision. They can see. I can see what's finna go down.
Omaha.
I can see it. I can see what's finna go down, but I'm not finna let that stop me. I'm finna switch it up.
So exactly. So what they're doing is, I see something in the defense, either one or two things. The play that I'm finna run right now ain't finna do nothing against what I see. Or number two, oh, I see what y'all doing. This play right here for to kill that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's one or two things.
One or two things.
One or two things. What I'm finna run it, y'all finna smash me, or what I see y'all running, I'm finna switch it up and smash y'all.
Yeah.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? They see something. You know, they see something that is about to disrupt what I'm finna do. So I got to make a pivot. I got to make a change. So when I see something that's going to disrupt the plans that I have set in place for my family, I got to make a pivot.
That's good.
But I can't make a pivot without communicating to the family that we finna pivot. Because if I don't communicate to the family we finna pivot, now panic sets in.
Yes.
Because I didn't communicate properly. I didn't call Omaha.
Yeah.
I didn't let them know we on Omaha. I didn't let them know that, so now panic sets in. And that's why when the pandemic hit, a lot of people lost their mind because they weren't prepared for what was about to happen. They couldn't call an audible. Listen, the only reason you can call an audible is because you practice it.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
You practice it. You've ran situations to say, well, okay, if this happens, we're gonna do this. If that, you've already practiced it. When the pandemic hit, we didn't practice nothing. Look at look at it, bro. And even when the pandemic lifted, we were still doing the same stupid stuff that got us in the pandemic in the first place.
Still, bro. I was in the hospital. I walked in the restroom because I touched equipment all day long.
Yeah.
So before I urinate,
You gotta watch the hands.
That's the proper term, right? So before I urinate, I wash my hands, and then I had my business, and I wash my hands again, bro. Whoever got white coats on in the hospital, I'm just saying, some of these white coats not washing their hands, bro. Walking in, doing their thing, and walking straight out. I'm like, oh, I know y'all. Y'all know we still in the pandemic, right? And y'all still not washing y'all hands, and y'all like doctors. Y'all, that's nasty, bro.
Wow.
Y'all still not washing y'all hands,
bro. Yeah.
And it's forced them to do something that they already should have been disciplined for and doing in the first place.
Exactly. People were still out there spending like crazy. So when the pandemic hit, you had nothing to fall back on. You had no plan. That's why when people like losing their mind. I was cool as one of the old coaches used to say, I was cool as a fan cat. Bro, that's when I wrote the book. That was Blueprint. That's when Blueprint came out. Blueprint came out during the pandemic. I spent, because I couldn't go to the gym, so me and the missus, we started walking together at the park. Once they lifted up to where, you know what I'm saying, so we started walking at the park. Man, I'm chilling. People, I'm on social media and stuff. People tripping, all kind of crazy stuff going. Like, for what? What you panicking for?
Bro, they was tripping because
they weren't ready for the audible.
No, I bumped the audible. They wasn't ready for discipline. It was forced discipline. Yeah. And AKA grown people don't like discipline. Yeah. That's what the pandemic did. Everybody getting a whipping. Go to your room. Go to your room. Grown people, go to your room. That's what that was.
Pretty much. And nobody was exempt.
Yeah, you sending your kids to the room, now you go to your room. Now you're forced to be in the same, now you're really forced. You signed up to be, oh my goodness, you signed up to be in the house with this person. in a covenant with this person, in a relationship with this person. You signed up for it. That was unforced. You made that decision. Now you're in a predicament to where you're forced to really live up to what you signed up for. Now y'all can't stand each other.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. Bro.
Now y'all can't stand each other.
Exactly. Yeah, having to deal with each other, look at each other all day, 24/7, bro. It unveiled a lot. When you sit down and you settle, that's when things rise to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they be putting the gold in the middle and stuff, when they be putting that, be trying to purify that stuff, man. What happens? That stuff rises to the top, and they have to skim it off, and then they put more heat on it, and they continue that process until it gets purified. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what happened. The heat got turned up, and the stuff rose to the top. Some of us got purified, some of us did. But then on the other hand, you know, you got people that pivoted. Yeah. People got creative. The concert started. What was the big concert they were used doing? Where they were putting the groups against the group. What they call that?
The Versus.
Versus, yeah. That came through the pandemic. DJs got creative. They was doing concerts in their room. The artists was giving concerts in their house. It was like, guess what happened? The streamline money came up.
Yeah, bro. Millionaires were made during the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. So when trouble happens, when adversity happens, you got one or two choices. Either you can panic or pivot.
Well, a lot of families grew. Babies were born. A lot of babies were born. That's always a plus.
People ain't had nothing to do. So
hey, for sure. But look, it was people.
9 months later,
it was people who were really busy in their lives,
right.
And they got to slow down and actually spend time with their spouse. Now all they want to do is make babies. That's great. That's great. You know what I'm saying? I know guys who were so busy they can't even hold their wife. You know what I'm saying? They on the grind, they hustling. The pandemic hit. Now they like, yo, I'm with my girl. They able to spend time watch their children. Bro, I used to love watching my son, bro. My son, bro, now Pop, I wouldn't. This man's feet is just like, my man's got them clunkers. You hear me? But when he was a baby, I used to put him in the I used to wash him in the sink, in the kitchen. And one day I think he had too many peaches, and I put him, my boy just let loose in the outlet. No more. You forever going to the tub now. My boy had the sink messed up. I had to get the Comet, the scrubbing bubbles, and the pine salt. Like, bro, it was all in the disposal. I had to like, this is not working. This is not working. This is not working. My man's had it messed up. But I used to always get him in that. It's just my son 14. I'm out of sync now, but it's this thing that looked like a baby tub, and you fill it with water. You put it in the tub. And I used to grab his little feet, and I used to wash his feet. And you know the babies always have a little dirt in there. And you gotta take it. And I used to take the rag and just do like that to his little toes.
The whole mood changed.
I'd love the whole mood.
That's my son. You feel
Nothing but the mood.
Yeah, so I used to wash his feet. You know what I'm saying? I used to love washing my son's feet, wash his hands, and then wash his hair, put the lavender lotion on them. The pandemic allowed that to happen for families, bro, which was an awesome thing. You know what I'm saying? People get to talk to their moms. Yeah. I ain't never talked to my mama so much in my life in the pandemic. You see what I'm saying? So it was a really good thing, being able to put my foot in the teacher's role, because at the woman who I was married to at the time, she had a son, awesome young man, awesome kid. He's gonna do great things in his life for sure. But the teachers was, they wouldn't let the kids back in the whatever. So at this time, they had it to where you can pick and choose at your discrepancy if you want your kid to go back or if you want to be online, a lot of people still chose online because they wasn't having it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So
There's still a lot of stuff going on.
So they was sitting to work, and he would do the Zoom, and I would have to, and I would be the teacher. I would have to be with him, making sure he get his lessons, and after the Zoom, explaining stuff to him, and math work, and doing this, and making sure. So it allowed me to put my foot in the other person's shoe, allowed me to see things from a different perspective. So the pandemic was really, the pivot game was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The pivot game was crazy, and even though my financial game at the time, it wasn't where I needed it to be at the time being, I still had to compete in a different type of game.
Mm-hmm.
I still had to compete doing other things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but the pandemic was, it was what it is.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. And I'm gonna show you just how. I'm gonna give you two situations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you just how, when I kicked it off and I said how, because that what was ringing in my spirit was the word support. I'm gonna tell you just how, coming off behind what you just said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you just how big that word is when it comes to you trying to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, right? It's a young man, we I got a bunch of them I keep in contact with, but this particular one I'm thinking about, he hit me up a couple weeks ago. He's like, man, I'm getting hard on myself, you know what I'm saying, to the point to where I'm getting angry, and then I'm losing focus and I'm losing myself. So how can you got anything for that? So I said, okay. So I just started, praying, researching some stuff, sending him. So I sent him a bunch of different stuff to go look at.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit me back up. He was like, thanks, preach, man. I needed that. So last couple of weeks, last time I was out there, like, how you doing, man? How's things going? You cool? We straight? We good?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm just, every day I'm telling myself, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I was like, good. He just texted me. We was at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So we was out there, and I hadn't seen him smile that much in a while, and because he stayed stressed because he's trying so hard to not mess up. I say, just chill. Yeah. I say, don't panic, don't focus. Just let the game come to you. Don't do what you know to do, and let God do the rest. So we talking tonight, man. That joker caught a nice pass coming across the middle. I'm talking about when he got it, because he been working hard. I've been watching his videos and stuff. We've been talking, man. He caught a nice pass across the middle, like and we sitting on the sideline talking, and he was like, I said, how you feeling? He's like, yeah, and he's smiling from ear to ear, he's smiling, and then he's like, man, just gotta control what you can control and let God do the rest, right? I was like, you got it. I said, you got it. You got it. And so then he texts me tonight, same thing, LOL, type deal. What was that? That was support. He, in the midst of his panic, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. So the support steps in, even says the situation allows you to panic. You have the right to panic. In some situations, people tell you should panic.
Yeah.
But when support steps in, the right support, and says, no, we're not going to do that. I know what it looks like. I know what it is, but this is how we're going to respond. Because when something comes into your life that's greater or worse than that, how are you going to respond? It's the principle, it's the foundation that you're going to set on how you're going to respond when things don't go your way. And so now what happens is when things come at you from the north, south, east, and the west, no matter which direction it's coming from, you don't put a principle in your life that's saying, you know what? I'm not going to panic because I got the right support system around myself.
No, I'm finna ask a question.
Oh, let me finish.
Okay, go.
So the support that came in, came in as a pillar and not a post.
Okay, yeah, okay, I got you.
So now you had something to lean on that
Right.
was stronger and sturdier than you were, and it was able to lift you up in your time of need. And so now you're able to position yourself because of the support that you had. Now you can stand and support yourself. And then when something greater comes into your life, then guess what? You may have to go to a different support system. But the thing is, the main thing is getting the support you need that's going to keep you to a place to where you can pivot and not panic.
Yeah, so I think you answered my question because no, you did because you know I be feeding off while you be talking. Ooh. So basically, you're saying it's okay to panic, but when you have support, the support moves you out of panic into pivot.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have, but when you panic and you out there by yourself, you're gonna be stuck there.
You're stuck.
Yep. I got you.
Because the only voice you listen to is yours.
It's yours, yeah.
And all this, and the red buttons going off, panic.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only thing that's going on. So there's no other voice that's telling you, listen, you can do it. All right, I know what it looks like, but this is how we gonna respond.
Yeah.
You know, just like one of the practices we felt it wasn't a good practice. And I think I shared this on the last one. And you know, a couple of the older kids was like, nah, this practice sucked. You know, but the coach was like, no, we right where we're supposed to be. Trust the process. I infiltrated a lot of stuff today. And tomorrow this is what we're going to do, and it's going to all come together in the end. And when he said that, it was like, oh, okay. But even though I still thought the practice still sucked, but I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But then we come out there tonight, and the kids are flying around having a good time. You know, you see the things that you got to work on even more because now it's like a live scrimmage versus a practice. So you know, different things come to the forefront. So now it's different, but everybody is like, you know, there's a few, you know, ruffled fellas out there that, you know, we had to, you know, I had to talk to a little bit because coach was getting on their behind, and he had the right to. And one of them, he just wanted to shut down. So I said, well, so okay. I say, so this how you gonna respond to adversity? You just gonna shut down? Well, no, I ain't gonna quit. I'm just gonna go focus on this, and then I'll get back to it. I say, you quit. That's exactly. I say, so adversity hit, coach is getting on you because he's not getting out of you what he's expecting, and so your response is, well, I'll just go do such and such. You're training yourself.
You know, in the moment of him panic, you were the first go-to.
That was it.
And when you think about the pandemic, right, there are workers that is a key word. But because of the pandemic, it magnified these type of workers. So you know what type of worker you are?
First responder.
Which is essential.
The essential. Yeah,
essential.
That's what I meant to say, yeah.
Yeah, essential.
You was an essential worker to him. You helped them pivot out of panic. Because look at all the nurses, bro, that had to step up, that had to deal with, that was away from their families for months at a time. Yeah. Didn't even know if they would be able to go back to their family. Didn't have enough people to check in and check out, to swap in and swap out. You know what I'm saying? And had to deal with that, and then still be concerned whether if they'll catch it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the essential worker was so magnified, and it shows you the importance of support, of a mentor. Yep. Your mentor is essential to your purpose. Yeah. It has to be. Yeah. Because if you're only listening to your voice and your thoughts, that's already driving you crazy. Right. That you don't even trust. Right.
I don't trust myself.
I don't trust nothing I just said. I need straight clarity, man. I don't trust nothing I just said. I don't trust nothing I just said.
and bro, and when I also think about with the panic, like when you call the audible, the defense is running on the opposite side trying to make sure they got coverage and trying to cover what is audible.
Yep, right.
So now what the offense pivoted, now the defense is panicking.
Right.
Hey, you got him? Yeah, I got him. Hey, 34.
Check blue.
Yeah, the devil like, hold on.
It's nothing but confusion.
Yep.
You just gotta be ready now. Right. You just pray to God you can cover him. So, but it shows you the importance. Like,
you crazy.
It's like when life blitz, man. You can read to pick up on the blitz, and you try to pick it up as best as you can. And even when you pivot, you know what I'm saying. At least try to pivot. Don't just stay there in panic mode.
Yeah.
And abort. Abort. Dana, what was your antenna?
Yeah, for real.
It even on the flip side of that, check this out. Now, going back to the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lack of support.
Mm.
We didn't have when we as a people felt like our government didn't respond in a manner that they should have responded, which is a representation of support, what happens? Panic. That was my second point. When I said I had two examples, that was my second point. There was a lack of support. Because when we felt like that they weren't moving fast enough, they wasn't doing certain things, it was a frenzy. I couldn't trust nothing you were saying that was coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Because now y'all got to do this. Oh, well, now you got to do this. Oh, well, now we can't do this. Oh, well, now you can do this, but you can't do this. Wait a minute, that wasn't right. So, but you can do that, but.
Oh, bro, I got a question.
I'm confused.
So, when you said the pandemic caused us to be disciplined, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that also mean it can give you the wrong type of discipline too?
What you mean by the wrong type of discipline?
Yeah.
So, remember how we were saying customer service was going down?
Yeah.
And the lack thereof?
Yeah.
And it conditioned us because we were away from people for so long. It conditioned us in the wrong manner, in the wrong attitude, the wrong way of thinking, the wrong way of handling people, because the frustration, the panic will cause you to do some things you don't mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to figure all this out on your own, by yourself, no mentor. It's just you. Maybe just you and family, but you ain't rocking with family like that. You ain't rocking with friends like that, and because you done got the wrong kind of discipline.
Yeah.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Hey, look, bro. My sister.
Come on, coach.
Come
from the house.
Hey,
Back door open.
I can't lie. I got it too. I'm not just gonna lie. But my older sister, when it comes to them germs, bro, she is not on it. And you know, in the pandemic, when stuff start easing up a little bit, family want to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, who cooking today? My sister be like, y'all got COVID? She said, She said, if y'all got, y'all got COVID. That was her.
Oh man.
Well, we ain't got no COVID, man. Let me come over. I ain't seen y'all in 4 months.
Yeah, lights all you down before you come through the door.
Hey, don't cough. Don't cough.
Oh, that was funny, boy.
Boy, it was like,
oh man.
COVID.
I know Pastor had some stories because he shared them in some of his messages. But I've had conversation with some other buddies. If they could be in a store and sneeze, everybody would stop and just look at him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you got
like
to
like, oh, you need to go home.
And why you sneeze all around here?
Not now, but right now.
I had gave my stepmom COVID on accident.
Bro.
Cause I didn't know I had it. I went to my little sister's house, right? So, her husband, Pastor Julian Jackson, and at Transcendent Ministries. So, that's my dog. So I go chill with him, you know, and he a hug guy. He be like, "What's up, bro?" He a hugger man, jump. And then the next day, my little sister called me and she was like, "Said, where you at?" I said, I'm in Winter Haven. She said, why? She said, Julian in the hospital. I said, what's wrong with him? She said, they said he got COVID. I said, he got what? They said, yeah, you might, but they're going to get checked. Man, I went to the hospital and got checked out. I didn't think I had it. I thought it was capping. So I didn't think I had it. So I went to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the drive-thru. I got 2 double cheeseburgers and an ice cream cone. I ain't taste nothing. I said, I got COVID. I was mad as a mother eating the ice cream. They ain't tasting nothing.
What it tastes like?
Look at what I was licking the cone so hard, the ice cream was leaning off the cone. I ain't taste nothing, bro. So I called my stepmom. I was like, and you know, she thugged out. I was like, oh, I said, Mom. She said, yeah. I said, you're going to be mad. She said, why? Where you at? What you done did? I said, I think I got COVID. And she said, well, if you got COVID, I got COVID too. And sure enough, she had it. That just had us in there messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you one
That's
thing,
crazy though, but check that support out though.
Yeah. Bro, support.
The right kind of
You saw
support.
that? Well, I guess she didn't panic. She said, "Oh, well, I guess we got COVID." It's a support. Support is
Bro,
a bad thing, bro.
My son called me every day.
Boy. It's a bad boy.
Pop called me every day. I had COVID for a whole month. It just wouldn't go away. It was harsh on me.
Mm-hmm.
He called me every day. Daddy, you all right? Huh?
So I didn't realize it was that long when you had it.
Yeah, I had it for a whole month. Daddy, you all right? Daddy, you okay? Daddy. And then, like, 2 weeks in, then his mom started calling me. You know, like, you all right? I'm just checking up on you. Like, I'm all right. But my son was calling me. My son called me every day. Y'all called me, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond was calling me. My mom's called me. But my son called me every day.
Dog, what got me though was when Isha called it. We all had it,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but it hit her different because it wasn't like bad, but it was worse than what me and Kiki had.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And but what really got to me was when Jackie came over. So she couldn't come in the house because we all had COVID. And so she went around. So the room is on the far side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So she went around to the back of the window to talk to her, and the tears streaming down her face. Boy, that broke me, dog. That broke me.
She went down Jackie's face?
Yeah.
Why? Cause
she ain't nothing you can do. She's sick. You can't see her. You can't.
You
come
can't
in,
get to her.
You can't get to her.
yeah.
And we pulled the curtain back, so you know, and tears just streaming. I'm like, boy, that's different.
Cause you gotta think, bro. This is like when it first hit, so you don't know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, you don't, yeah.
And then you
And
seeing
then,
on the
people
news all
dying.
these deaths, and
the reason them people dying wasn't the truth because they
Mhm.
wasn't treating people right. When you find out you putting people on ventilators, but the ventilators what killing the people. Why you putting people on ventilators when they come into? That's the first thing they putting people on when they come into the hospital. You put them on ventilators.
you don't even give them a chance to recover. Mm-hmm.
Like why? It didn't make sense. So it's just it's support. Like when there's a lack of support, panic is inevitable.
Yeah.
There's no trust because in order for support to be productive, in order for support to be effective, it has to be governed by trust.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's no trust, then there's no support.
And both parties should be able to partake from it, not
Exactly.
just the one-sided party.
Exactly. You have to trust me with valuable information or a valuable situation that I can trust you enough that even if you say something, it's going to make me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you do something, it's going to make me feel better. And then trust the simple fact that we got this bond of where if it's a certain situation, my junk ain't gonna be all in the streets.
Exactly.
Oh, he's scared. Oh, he ain't do that. Oh, he ain't. Oh, she ain't. No, if anybody know anything about what you're going through, it's because you said it. I ain't say it.
Oh, you know what? It hit even harder when you have a person around you to where at the moment they might not know what to do, they might not know what to say, but just because you trust that person and they there with you going through what you're going through, just because they there, you can go through whatever as long as they there.
Exactly.
As long as I got this person right here, I'm going through whatever I'm going through.
Straight.
You ain't gotta say nothing. Just be there.
Yep.
Just let me see your face. Let me feel that vibe, and I can get through whatever.
Yep.
And then you can pep talk me afterwards.
Exactly.
Yep.
Pep talk me some other time. But right now, I need you to be quiet and be here.
Yeah. And as a man, I can say open-heartedly that I struggled with that. Because when my wife was going through whatever, it's like, as most men do, it's like you trying to fix it, and sometimes they just want you to just be there and be silent.
Yeah.
Just be in the moment.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just getting to, like I said, I'm just getting to these points, bro. Like, just, through some of the things that we went through and then do it and stuff, it brought, we went through some hell, bro, and we still going through some, you know what I'm saying? But it brought us so much closer because we allowed it to. Key word. Allowed. We didn't allow the adversity to separate us. We allowed it to push us together. Now, were there times of separation? Yes. But the foundation of the love that we had and the support that we had for each other, it overrode the separation, the little small amount of separation that we had. It overrode that. The good book say, well, love conquers all. So if you're having problems in your relationship, check your love walk. So it can always be retraced back to that. Even I can go back and look at the arguments we've had. If my love walk was different, the outcome would have been different.
So separation meaning, and I ain't trying to but separation meaning like
not on the same page. We wouldn't. No,
not
we wouldn't
the same page.
Yeah, we just not on the same page. Yeah, we never been separated or nothing. Thank God. But
it wasn't strong enough to crack open the foundation. So
yeah.
So normally y'all like this, but sometimes y'all was like
it's
this,
a wedge. Yeah.
But still
on the yeah. Exactly.
But nobody was stepped off the table.
Right. Exactly.
Tenfold.
Exactly. Because you have to you have to set boundaries, man.
Yeah.
You have to set boundaries. Like, success is full of discipline, full of and boundaries. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I tell everybody, and I especially tell the kids, I said, man, all money ain't good money.
Exactly.
So that's why you have to have discipline, and that's why you have to have boundaries, because you'll go out there and chase anything because you're hungry to get that dollar, because you're hungry for quote-unquote success. Man, my wife loved me, my kids love me. There are certain things that I would like, but there are certain things that I would say I got to work on, and then there's a lot of things that I would say I'm successful in. Because I don't look at success from an external eye. I look at it from an internal eye. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Do I like nice things? Yes, I do, but it don't control me. It don't move me. I want things to be a person of resources to be able to help other people. You know what I'm saying?
And that thing doesn't make the decision for you.
Exactly.
Because when you allow that to really be embedded in your heart, it's hard to shake.
It is.
It's really hard to shake, and you'll do whatever to get to it. It's no different than when you have a junkie looking for the next high. You know what I'm saying? It's that same thing, but it's a vapor. It's going to lead to an empty road, and that's on the path of destruction.
And that's what King Solomon said. King Solomon said, "Life is but a vapor." Here today, gone tomorrow, man. That's why it's so important to, like, me and Coach was talking today, man. I told Coach, I say, man, I say, Coach, I say, man, I see the growth, man. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I said, man, yeah. You doing good, you doing good, man. Just keep going. Yeah. He said, man, I'm trying, man. I said, I can tell. I literally can. It's like you don't know when your last breath is gonna be. Mm-hmm. Why waste time? Bro, it's even hitting me right now. You don't know when your last breath is going to be. So why are you letting the fear take the breath that you have now? Mm. I'm not going to do it because I'm scared. Bro, I'm doing some stuff scared right now. Like Joyce Meyer said back in the day, do it afraid. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, all right, God. I feel like Peter right now because I'm stepping on water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm treading lightly.
Yeah, that's treading lightly. Yeah, we
sure.
doing some things. We doing it afraid. Well, I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's you got breath in your body. Don't let fear consume the space that you have.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm doing everything right now scared to death.
Bro.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's the best feeling because you know you're doing it regardless. You're doing it in a matter of fact. Like I think all of us is doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially in our field, you know. If you, I have people that ask me all the time, bro, how do you get in front of all them people like that? It's just like once I hit the stage, it's just me and God. I just zone like in. This is it. And then I said, I wasn't always like this. I had to graduate. I had to do it afraid. And even just the overthinking and I hope I don't forget my lyrics. Like, you know, all that stuff, man.
Right.
Like, but when you prepare for what you desire to have, even when doing it afraid, you'll be ready. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you'll still, and the fear just stems from wanting to do great. They're just not wanting to mess up. Mm-hmm. So you'll stay neutral so you won't mess up, which is the worst thing you can do. I'd rather mess up, try again, mess up, try again, because the more I mess up and the more I try again to bounce back, the better I get.
Yeah.
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 At the end of the day, it's called perfecting.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfecting a thing that you're good at.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Hey, Doug, when was the first time you rapped in public? I'm just asking.
Man, it was at the church, dog. Oh, it was at Winter Haven Worship Center. We was in the old building.
Yeah.
We was in the second one, not the one in Haines City.
Yeah.
And before they added all that on, man, it was me and Jamar.
I remember. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Bro, man, when I tell you, boy, I felt like I was about to go to the bathroom. The way the low was just sitting there.
Them fully committed.
Them fully submitted boys. DFSB.
Yeah, I remember.
I still got the CD. Yeah. And me and him was doing it there, and man, I was so nervous, dog. Like, I'm talking about my stomach was in knots, bro. It's just like you felt like you had to go to the bathroom, but it wasn't one of those things. Just nervousness. But bro, like once we locked in and everybody was just bouncing and rocking with us, I was straight.
And I think most of the fear comes from being received. Mm-hmm. I think that's where most of the fear comes from. Because you don't want to not be received or be rejected. I think that's where that comes from.
But that's what anything though. That's good. That's what anything. That's good.
It does.
That's good.
Because you're going into new territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each time you're going into new territory. Yeah. So until people get familiar with who you are and what you do, then it's like, oh yeah, we can't wait till such and such come through. We already know what they're capable of. So but you got to get to that first step of doing it afraid.
Yeah.
You'll never know. You'll never know how great you are if you allow fear to hold you back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Yeah.
Dog, bro, it was crazy, man. That was my first ever performance.
That statement that he just made, for some reason, it just warmed my heart, bro. I don't know why. It just warmed my heart. I don't know why, bro. I appreciate what you just said,
bro. Man, that's what we're here for, man. Encourage each other to go in the deep, bro. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, but dog, man, I think we did a record time tonight, man. I think we done got all the meat out.
I think so, man. This was a really good one, man.
This is like a breath of fresh air. It was refreshing. It's refreshing. So I'm just whatever y'all got closer to, but I'm gonna say this real quick. It's just don't allow your circumstance. And I've said this before, and I'll say this in this segment right here quickly. And said, you can't never find what you're not looking for. You know what I'm saying? So
that's too real.
Keep stretching, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep putting. Like I said, you got breath now. Don't let fear take it.
Exactly.
I remember you had asked me. You said something like was said. No, it wasn't you. It was Pastor Julian Jackson. He asked me. He said, "What made you?" He said, "I'm proud of you, dog." I said, "For what?" He said, "Cause." He said, "Now I ain't saying it to pull your strings. I'm just, I'm proud of you for real." I said, "Okay, so," I said, "What you?" He said, "What made you through the adversity that you went through with your last situation?" He said, "What made you not focus on what the other party did, but recognize what was done, but put more of the lens on yourself?" When most people would have been like, "Oh, they did this, right." But you was like, "Yeah, they did that, but what did I do wrong?" And you was like stuck there, and then you was finding things, and you work. He said, "What made you do that?" And that, what you just said, is what made me do that. Because I know I'm not perfect, but if you don't look for what's wrong, you won't find it.
Right.
It got to be something I did wrong.
Right.
It got to be something I didn't do correct. Some things are blatant, some things you got to do a little digging for. So if you don't look for it, you will not find it, bro. That's 100% correct. 100% correct.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful, bro. Yeah, because I was listening. What was that I was listening to today? Yeah. I was listening to ET podcast today. I got to finish that up. And they had Jeremy Anderson on there.
Fire. I already know it.
So,
you already know, yeah.
And he was talking about like his progression.
Yeah.
And so he got, the house, the cars, beautiful wife, beautiful kids. So this is what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he's saying, but I'm still working on myself.
For sure.
He said, because I came from a dark place. He talked about how he, he kicking in doors. He was living that life. You know what I'm saying? And he said God done completely turned his life around. So he said, but he's still working on himself. So he's seeing a therapist. And so he said that she took him all the way back to his childhood. And even though, so I'm gonna put it in my own words. So basically, even though he's perfected himself, needing work, but it was like she took him to a place that he thought that he really didn't need to go to, because he was like, I'm straight, I'm good in there. But he said she kept probing and kept probing and kept probing, and when she kept probing and kept probing, then that's when she went way back into his childhood and uncovered heartbreak from the father not being there and all that. And then it started unrolling. He said, now he's sitting there snotting up a carpet. And sometimes I think we too afraid to dig deep enough to find the root of the issue, so that we really can free ourselves from the hurt that we've caused. Because I would say the hurt that we've caused ourselves, because you're doing damage to yourself by walking into a false sense of security.
And it's going to pop up at the wrong time.
You know what I'm saying? You're putting a blanket over the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you got to, life is full of pivots, man. That's why it's like, I am so thankful. I am thankful God took me this route as the shift motivator, because my life has been full of pivots, dog, and that's all I do is talk to people to get them through their pivots. That's it. It's just through different areas and different messages, through different acts, but the common denominator is I'm here to teach you how to pivot. I'm here to teach you how to shift. How do I shift? When do you know to shift? If you ever driven a stick, when do you know to shift? When the engine, when you hear a certain sound, from the engine that lets you know that RPM is at a certain level. Now you got to change, you got to shift that gear, because if not, you're going to burn that gear out.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine, put yourself in that situation. If you don't shift, you're going to burn yourself out and everything around you. So that means, so if I burn my engine out and I'm the engine of the family, that means if I burn myself out, I burn my whole family out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because nobody can go nowhere because I'm the engine.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you got the shit. So life is full of pivots. So you got to pay attention to the patterns, pay attention to the response, and you know how you respond to surfing. Like we was talking about in the last episode. Like we said, you know, guys trying to see how am I going to respond. You know, like I said, I could have went way left with dude, but I kept it at bay. But he had to be checked though.
Like Nike.
He had to be checked. You know, you running an establishment, man. You can't talk to your customers like that.
No, but I mean, not trying to go backwards to but I'm telling you, bro, what you did by checking that, you ever seen, okay, coming from the house.
Straight like that.
So at the house, we did have 4 dogs. We had a bull mastiff named Ben, rest in peace, and then we had a brindle, American pit bull, which was his mom. She dead too, rest in peace. And then we had, well, we still got my stepmom. She got these 2 Yorkies, bro. One named Yubi and one named Hercules. So my stepmom got a best friend, Auntie Eve, who stay in Miami. So she had a Yorkie female dog. So she drove Hercules down there, and they made it. And then Yubi came like a month later. So now they full size. They full size. But Hercules is the older one. And Yubi is the younger one. You know what I'm saying? And even though they do kind of the same things, they still pee on furniture, whatever. They do the same junk. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then my stepmom be blaming.
They getting smashed.
Look.
He peeing on my furniture.
Look, my stepmom.
At all.
Moms be blaming the little one. He taught him how to do this. No, he's the older one. He taught him how to do it.
Exactly. He was there first.
He taught him how to do it. But anyway, sometimes when you do something, Sparky check him because he's the older dog, right? So like, no, you're not finna. It's certain things that we gonna do in this atmosphere, but you're not finna do that because I'm the older one,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So you being a big dog, the older male, that's great what you did, because look how many kids in this generation don't get checked by nobody.
Right. And that's why they're crazy like they are.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no I think that, and I love the youth. I love the craziness and everything. Don't get me wrong, because you have to embrace it. We don't and what I mean say I love the craziness is because I don't love what go on. You don't love mass shootings and robberies and stuff, but when you look at them, they just want to be loved, bro. You gotta love that. You gotta love. It's something about young life that's exciting, bro. It's something about a young person that's exciting. You know what I'm saying? And it's something about an older person that's exciting too, because it's different. It's different seasons. But when you did that, dog, you you're helping humanity, bro. Like,
bro, we got to live this life, dog.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause young folks around here, we be on 10. Look, and then I think young people, they know fear, but they don't know fear. So we know fear as in reverence, as in respect.
The right kind of fear. Yeah.
Right.
They think just because if I check you or if I say something to you, they get offended and they're like, oh, I don't fear you. No, it's not about you being afraid of me. It's about reverence and respect of the big dog that's here.
Right.
Respect the big dog that's here. You're not finna do this in this area. Respect that.
Right.
Because I'm trying to teach you how to maintain this, because if you pee on that one more time, she gonna smack you with that broom. I'm trying to save your head. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to save
I'm trying to save your head right now. So let me check you so you can be straight when I'm gone.
And they yearn for that though. You know what I'm saying? They're yearning for that.
Yeah, cause man, here's one of the most amazing things, bro, is the places that I've been, and go back to, and the kids remember you, bro, that hit different. I just came in this one particular time, and a year later I come back, and you remember who I was. It hit different, dog. I did. I had volunteered to do the Great American Teach. I usually do the Great American Teach-In. My buddy, man, I need a favor, brother. I need a favor. It's like, what, man? So they put me in charge of this, man. Can you come talk to the middle school kids, man? Yeah, let me check. Let me make sure I'm free. And yeah, I got you. If I'm, so I was, and I did it last year for him. And I'm seeing, like, he done hit up everybody. He had coach out there. I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing? So he said, and so as we're leaving, all of the kids, they're changing class. So kids is just coming up to me left and right, like, hey, I remember you, Say, hey, how's everything going? That was good, I'm like, wow. But then I go to other places, and stuff like that, and it's like, they remember you. It's like, man, that does something. So it lets you know that love, because that's why, and I wanted to make sure I said this too, so I'm going to go ahead and say it while some of my big shout out to all the teachers out there, man, because it's Teacher Appreciation Week.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
So, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. We know it's rough out there in those streets.
And it's Nurse Week too. It's Nurse Week too. Shouts out to all the nurses.
Yeah.
Because they be working hard, bro. They be working extremely hard. It's Nurse Week too. So if you're a nurse, kudos to you. Shouts out to you.
Yeah. So that's why, those jobs are important, man. Like it takes the most effective person is the person that does something in love.
Yeah.
And I think I shared this on one of the younger podcasts, like in the beginning when we started. And I remember when I was listening to E.T. talk, and he was talking about when one of the grandmas had died, I think. And he was kind of like disappointed in the fact that nobody was willing to like take on certain roles and stuff like that. But then he began to describe like one of the aunties had took one of her recipes and say, she did everything to the T to what the instructions said. And I finished E.T.'s sentence before he even finished what he was saying. And he was saying how she was saying, like, I did everything, but it didn't come out like grandma. It didn't come out like grandma, but I did everything the paper said to do.
You ain't grandma.
No, dog. Check this out. And basically E.T. said this. He said what the key ingredient was, and before he even said it, I finished this sentence, dog. I said it was love. When the old folks cook, they cook with love. It's just different, dog. It just it that's why I resonated with it, because I knew exactly where he was coming from. Grandma loved to cook for the family. Mama loved to cook for the family. It's different. You can. It's just you can't even explain it. It just it don't even make sense. There. You put the same ingredients and you put the same measurements and you mean an emotional thing. It's just different, dog. So it's like the connection between you and your next level. I guarantee you, if you pull the covers back, it's some love missing somewhere, some passion missing somewhere. Because the Bible says what? Love covers a multitude of sin. It covers, it covers, it uncovers, it discovers. It does all of that. So you look at that, and I guarantee you'll find some direction somewhere. Where's your passion? Where's your love at? Where's that fire? And I guarantee you it's going to direct you to your next level and where you're supposed to go. I guarantee you. Because we're always trying to go to the next level somewhere. Some just trying to do it more than others.
It makes sense though, cause if you're cooking, like you could tell somebody just cooking just to make sure everybody eat.
Right.
But
When you put that love in there.
The moms who cook because she thinking about this my husband's favorite meal. He loved this meal, and when he eat this, he gonna be like, baby, this good. You know what I'm saying? So she that be going through their mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that be going through their
Or
head.
even the excitement of knowing what they're gonna cook
Yeah,
of their favorite meal.
yeah.
It takes it to a whole nother level. Because even when I think about mom, and when she would cook dad's favorite stuff, she's like, oh, for real? And he get like all giddy.
Yeah, like a kid in the candy store.
What? And so it hit different.
That's cool. Yeah, that's real cool.
It really do.
Yeah, you look at it, man, and I'm glad we covered this tonight, because when I'm looking at it, bro, I'm looking at everything I've done and the most effective in my impact. It came from a place of passion and love, bro. And I look at if I go back and look at the disagreements we've had, like I said, the Bible said that love would have stopped that.
Nope.
Love would have covered the fact that I didn't have to make the point, or love would have covered the fact that I didn't have to have the last word,
Or have to be right.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I'm
you'll
saying?
value that more than you know what, man. There's water under the bridge.
Yeah, because when you can have the conversation now at the age that we are now, and you can catch yourself before you get to that place, man. You just sit there and y'all just look at each other, bro. You be like, man, that was 20 years ago. We would have been at each other's throats.
For real.
Love, bro.
Yeah.
Love, bro. You like, it ain't worth it. That's dead time, man. You arguing, that's dead time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's impact. The impact you have, it comes from the love that you give. Whether it's your kids, your spouse, your significant other, your job, your business. It's the key component. And dude, that's like I said, I'm not the best speaker, but you gonna feel me. Because I'm coming in there with a package that God gave me. What package did God give you? Reach into that bag of love and pull it out. And let that be the extension cord to your next level. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you be doing something you don't really love. So you got to pull the love from over here. Let me pull some love from over here and put it right here, because if I don't, I'm going to walk off this. Let me remind myself why I'm, you know what I'm saying?
But see, that goes back to that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, bro. It's preparation. Like, we've all been in places and then are in places where you have to do something that you don't love to do or like to do. But in the meantime, that's where that search and that looking and preparing audibles, Omaha, that's where that stuff comes.
Yeah.
The problem comes is when you stuck and you stay stuck.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with pulling love from over here, because if your passion is over here, you need to be pulling that love from over there. So it's like, okay, well, how can I make this work so I can free myself to do this? If it take 3 years, if it take 5 years, who cares?
Yep. Love enhances everything.
Yeah, learn and grow from that in that span. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when the passion is not there, or if this is not there, and you think about the love that has been magnified and enhanced, that's where you draw from.
Yeah.
That's what gives you the drive.
Yeah.
The love that we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In our respective industries, like we love what we do.
Yeah.
And bro, like if I didn't have love for this, I'd have quit a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Bro, I think I love the I know it too. I love the creation portion of it, the top. Performing is cool. Performing actually gave me anxiety, bro, to be honest with you. Like, for some reason, it just I started thinking about what we were talking about earlier, the being received, how they going to receive me, then how the wardrobe going to look, and all
Overthinking
What's that?
Overthinking it.
You already know me.
Because
you already know me.
Yeah.
I go think about all that, and then man, I just be like, man, I almost want to perform.
Mm-hmm.
But when you call me in that studio, I got that beat. Like, that beat. Oh, let's go. I'm ready. Like I just love it. I love it. The broad structure, the recording. I love that portion. I just love that portion, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that portion.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. That's what
That
it is.
part.
How long? I got a quote. Hold on.
My dog got a quote straight from the crib.
No, cause look,
he
bro,
pulled out
I
the
got
notepad.
I got this marker board, and I had this one big marker board. And I told my girl, I was like, the day after my birthday, God told me refocus. So I did some study. I went and looked. And 3 days after he told me that, I went and actually broke down the word refocus and broke it down. You know what I'm saying? And then ever since then, he was like giving me stuff. So I got this. My big marker board. I erased everything, that I thought I was gonna use for this year. I erased it. Let me just see something else come. Let me see if anything just starts to naturally happen that was on there. Then that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but my one marker board with the vineyard on it with the book. That's on there. I like, you need to finish that. But this side is the vineyard stuff. The right side, I got these yellow sticky notes, or just like stuff, bro. I be waking up in the morning, just stuff be popping in my head, bro. So this came yesterday. I put from the house. I don't know what it's gonna turn into, but I think this could be stuff that he want me to start digging into and researching, like many stuff for me to write. But I think it was like I should have put the time on here, but when I woke up that morning, it was like 4:45. Like my alarm went off at 4:30. I hit the snooze, and then when it went off again, it was 4:45. I couldn't even think yet, bro. The first thing that popped in my head was. It's embarrassing for you to stop or give up when God tells you to keep going. I just wrote it down. So it's embarrassing for you to stop or give up when God tells you to keep going from the house.
That's what's up.
Facts.
Hey, we're going to end on that note.
That note.
So keep going.
Straight like that.
It's been another lovely one. It's been another great one. We're going to get out y'all help, man. We thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. Hopefully we said something to keep you moving.
I'm proud of you, dog.
I beat you tonight.
Yeah.
My God.
Yo, Calypso, we need a sponsor.
Pivot.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Hey, remember that. Don't give up on God. Just keep going. Yeah, keep pursuing. Don't plummet. Don't panic. But just pivot. But hey, man, this has been another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Remember this, we'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. All right, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.